So I never thought we'd get a mayor in New York worse than Bill de Blasio was for the city. But the largest city in the country, New York, might be dealing with just that right now in Eric Adams, whose days could be numbered, as you said. The exact accusations remain unclear. We'll find out more this morning. But they're believed to be connected to the Turkish government illegally funneling alleged money into his campaign in exchange for approval of a new Turkish consulate right here in New York City. Eric Adams never registered under FARA as a foreign agent. Adams claims that the feds are prosecuting him over the migrant crisis. Take a listen to what he said just over a year ago about the Biden-Harris administration's handling of the migrant crisis and what that's done to New York City.
We're getting no support on this national crisis. This issue will destroy New York City. Destroy New York City. We're getting 10,000 migrants a month.
Okay. For more, let's welcome in political analyst and best-selling author Mark Halperin. Mark, good morning. Good to have you back on this morning. Just take us through where you think this goes with Democrat Mayor Eric Adams in New York.
Everybody's entitled to the presumption of innocence, but this has been a long-running controversy, edging towards scandal. Resignations from his administration, other officials under investigation, no fewer reportedly than 4 probes into Adams. There are many people in this city who have been suspicious of him as someone who would toe the line and adhere to the rules and laws of the United States before he even was elected mayor, and skepticism that he would be able to do the job without getting into trouble. And if he is indicted today, as everybody expects, I assume he'll be out of office by the end of the year, maybe even much sooner, and this would be a wide open race to govern this city.
Do you think he resigns then? Do you think he leaves willingly, or do you think he's pushed out? I know that he's surrendering to authorities early next week.
Well, there is a way for the governor of the state to try to remove him, but it's a pretty complicated process. I suspect he thinks he can hold on to power and use that as a bargaining chip and then sort of plea bargain with prosecutors. But my guess is that the city, its federal, state, local officials will all en masse call for him to resign once the indictment's unsealed. And I suspect that he will. Yeah,
and, you know, look, New York is one of these states that is a very, very blue state, you know, like California and Massachusetts, I suppose. But we keep hearing about the lieutenant governor down in North Carolina, Mark Robinson, and how that could impact Donald Trump in a battleground state. And if Eric Adams is forced out before Election Day, what would that mean for this state? You know, we're not talking about Buffalo or Albany here. We're talking about one of the biggest cities in the Western Hemisphere, the biggest in America. And if the mayor is forced out, the Democrat mayor is forced out before Election Day because of, by the way, the same scandal that Hunter Biden was accused of, not registering as a foreign agent. We'll find out more when the indictment is unsealed later this morning. Does that mean that New York could be back in play? Because many say that if New York City weren't a part of New York's a red state. You know, if you go north and west into the state, travel to the Finger Lakes, travel into the Hudson Valley, there's a lot of Trump signs up in those areas. Could this put New York back on the map for Donald Trump? And also, could we see a Republican take over in New York City? It's been a while since that's happened.
956-word question, 3-word answer: no and no.
Why not, Mark?
Mark, give us the
Why could a Republican not become mayor?
The Republican become mayor, I think could happen, because that's just a knee-jerk reaction to a scandal like this, right?
Well, I think it could in the abstract. The city registration is like 7 or 8 to 1 Democrat. I think Andrew Cuomo will get in the race, and it'll be very formidable as a Democrat. He'll raise a lot of money, have a lot of political support, and I just don't know of the Republican who would be able to win with the resources to beat somebody like that.